Folks, it is time. I'm going to say this again, folks, before we get into it really quick. This is going to be a fast live because we got WNBA action and I want to check some of it out, especially game number two between the Lynx and the Sparks. I believe they play. Do not sleep on the Minnesota Lynx, folks. Do no sleeping on the Lynx. Wake up, stay up. All right. Okay. First off, if you don't know, this is RC, women's basketball. We in the lab with it. We in the lab with it, folks. And for starters, the Caitlin Clark Humbling Tour. It's here. It's here. I'm going to step out on the limb, folks, and I'm going to tell you guys like Kendrick Lamar, be humble. It's time. Caitlin Clark, is she a great player? Yes. Does she have a lot of work to do? Hell yes. Video coming on that too. We cannot let her off the hook anymore. We just can't do it. We simply cannot. I want her to succeed. But just because I call her that great player does not mean that she is a superstar. It don't mean she's an all-star. But she's going to be an all-star. It don't mean she should be on the Olympic team. It just means she's going to be headed that way. But make no mistake, in order for her to really reach a level that I think she can, it's going to take concentration. It's going to take mental sharpening. It's going to take entering the weight room and coming out body mass. It's going to take multiplying your game in every facet. It's really going to take determination and drive. She is simply not going to be able to coast based off of her talent level as it was in college. She's simply not going to average 30 points a game. We can forget about it. It's the humbling tour. She's got to be humble. And I know it's America's princess. I know that, folks. This is the cream of the crop. I know that. She's superb. She's been a collegiate superstar for so long. I know that. Again, America's princess. I know that. She's been called other names, those of which we should not speak. They're not negative, but they aren't good either. I understand this. I get that she's the cash cow. I recognize all these things. But in order for her to make it to the next level, we at ground zero. That's where we are. So the real fans of hers, they're going to stay down for the process because they're loyal. I want them. The fake fans, the fraudulent fans, the ones who want the circus show, the ones who want to be entertained night in and night out, they're going to cut out. That's going to tell you who's really rocking with Caitlin. And that's going to tell Caitlin Clark who's really rocking with her. If your fans can't be loyal while you going through your hardship, then they don't need to be here when you super successful. And when you do achieve a level of success, you need to throw that back in the haters' face, the ones who said, you know what, we're out of here. We're gone. They want some WWE entertainment. They want players to allow her to just do her thing. And then what level and in what league do they do that? Like, in what league do they just say, okay, we just going to stand back right this way, Miss Clark? I mean, if you get lucky enough where you can catch a player off guard and you can get a easy layup, or if you can get a three-point shot off and you just so happen to have nobody in your face, okay, that's cool. But no, people are paying hella attention to Caitlin Clark, and it's happening in most games. And it's that way by design. It's either going to build her resolve, it's either going to toughen her up, it's either going to add to her drive, or she's going to fall. She's going to end up like She's going to end up like a Sebastian Telfair. She's going to end up like a Jackie Styles. She's going to end up like a Harold Miner. Everybody said this was the next this person, the next that person, or this person was supposed to take the league by storm. There's not very many Candace Parkers. There's not very many Sue Birds. There's not very many Aja Wilsons. There's not very many Jackie Youngs. There's not many Cheryl Swoops out here. And those that are, they were gifted. And then there's others, they got to put the work in for that shit. They got to really put the work in. You know, Caitlin's got to take the Jimmy Butler approach, folks. She's got to go and put the work in. Look at Jimmy from year 1 to year 3, 4. Look at Kobe Bryant from the first year to the second to the third year. You see a slow ascension. She has to start from the ground up and must be humble. And we all must be humble. Either we going to be humble here on this planet, or we will be humbled at some point in the afterlife. We must be humble. And when you're humbled and it's too late, the punishment is one that you can't recover from. So she needs to take this as a lesson. She don't need to look at, Caitlin doesn't need to look at it. She doesn't need to slump. She doesn't need to slouch. She doesn't need to hold her head down. Who's talking to her? Where's the family support? I'm sure that her dad, that her mom, that, they do their best to keep their child motivated. So I'm not questioning if they're doing, what needs to be done as parents. No, but somebody needs to keep Caitlin Clark pushing and grinding and going. Like, she's probably, I'm not going to say she's not motivated, but I'm going to tell you guys that she's probably just going through it. Because if you notice, folks, all the other rookies are having fun. If you notice that, most of them, I won't say all, even though like only 12 out of 36 or 13 out of 36 made it, these rookies are pretty much living their lives, living their best life. Caitlin Clark seems to be looking more for their collegiate family atmosphere, and that's just not what this is. That's not what this is, folks. It ain't that. This is professional. These players are playing for their livelihood. So, I'm going to remain encouraged, but I know it's a journey. I know it's an extremely long journey process, and for her to get to that level she wants to reach, she's going to have to put the work. Lean on your teammates. Lean on your teammates. I say this. Show them you want to put the work in. Show them you want to get better on the defense. Show them that you want to cut down your mistakes. You want to slice your turnovers in half. Show them that you'll be a team player. I'm not sitting here saying that Caitlin is not a team player, but I just feel like this is a whole team culture shock for her amidst her transition. Because she's not used to this. If you look at Iowa, Caitlin Clark was option 1. If you look at Caitlin Clark playing for the Hawkeyes, she was the only option, folks. I mean, yeah, Kate Martin was nice. Gabby Marshall was nice. Hannah Stokey, up and coming, on the rise, ascending. But, yeah, Caitlin Clark, whenever she wanted the ball, she got the ball. Basically, she was like Jordan. She got the ball. So I want to tell you guys that y'all don't go nowhere. I'll be right back. Okay, folks. All right, we back. So I disrupted for a second. I did have a call, but look, folks, to move on from this segment, so we can wrap this, so we can go ahead and watch some women's basketball tonight. We got the Sky, we got the Mystics. They might even be playing right now. I don't know, but look, all right. So yeah, it's the Caitlin Clark humbling tour. There's nothing wrong with being humble, folks. There's nothing wrong with that. When you look at it, she's going to be better for this long term. We'll be talking about this more and more. Of course, we will. But Caitlin, it has to be ultimate team play. Coach Christy Sides is coaching for her job. Aaliyah Boston has been here, done that. Most Iowa fans, I'm not going to say all, but most are probably pissed off. One, because Kate Martin's not on this Indiana Fever team with Caitlin Clark. 2, they're not seeing Caitlin Clark be the focal point. Some people pay and spend their money just to watch Caitlin Clark. That's all they want. They don't care about the other players. They don't care. And then, to see South Carolina players shine like Aaliyah Boston might even rub some Iowa fans the wrong way. Yes, Iowa beat them 2 years ago in the Final Four, but there is, what's going on, guys? What's going on? It seems like there's a dissension that just won't fade between Iowa and South Carolina fan base. And so some people are salty over that. Boston had a great night. It's all about wins at this point, folks. I mean, it should always be about wins. If it's not about wins, why are you playing the game? Case in point, take this is a huge, lofty um, comparison, but I can't think of another one. But look at Kobe and Shaq. You know, I'm gonna answer your question in 1 second. Look at Kobe and Shaq. What if Kobe said, you know what? They both in the Shaq in his prime, Kobe up and coming. What if Kobe said, you know what? I don't want to listen to this man. I want to score 35 points a night because I know that I can do it. Then guess what? They don't win those championships. The Lakers not winning championships. Kobe deferred to Shaquille O'Neal, and he did it for the greater good. If there is a greater good in NBA or WNBA or college or whatever, it's called winning. That's what it's about. You will have your opportunity, Caitlin. You will. Who do you think will win? Boston? Boston, man, that's the or lady or sister. You might be a brother, you might be a sister. Boston got this. Uh, Dallas might win one game. I'd be shocked as hell if they do. I don't expect them to, but they could sneak one game. It's possible. Is it plausible? I mean, I think it's over. I mean, Boston, they might want to win it on their home floor, but this thing is cooked, folks. This thing is cooked. Boston, it's in the bag, folks. I don't know. I'm gonna put up a poll. You guys tell me if you guys want a. I don't know, because I want to know if you guys want me. I'm I'm kind of hell bent on putting my Minnesota Timberwolves channel together, but um I might do the same similar page like a twin page and do it for the NBA because I decided I don't want to mix my WNBA, my women's college basketball content in with the NBA. It's probably just too much. But then again, it might not be. Shaq could have been the greatest ever, but he was too busy making forgettable media like Kazam, Shaq Fu. And not only that, but Shaquille O'Neal, he didn't take his health. He didn't take his weight serious. Anybody that knows Shaq love a Big Mac quarter pounder. He love it. And the food, man, all that good food, hence him having these restaurants that he does, took Shaquille O'Neal kind of out of his bag a little bit. Kobe was hell bent on staying healthy and in tip top shape. Now, if Shaq could have stayed healthier, who knows? Maybe they could have won more titles. I was actually shocked that they didn't beat the Detroit Pistons because I didn't realize how good the Detroit Pistons, because when the Detroit Pistons won the championship and they beat the Lakers, I didn't really watch too much of that series. But I'm a huge Kobe fan, but I would tell you, I was a little burnt out on the WNBA. I was a little burnt out on the NBA at the time. In fact, I don't even remember Karl Malone being with the Lakers. That was kind of crazy that he even went to the Lakers. But I'm a huge Kobe fan. Um, I could talk a person under the table about Kobe Hill. I could have a Kobe YouTube channel and never run out of content. That's how big of a fan I am of him. Kobe until Achilles was still dominant, age 34. Yeah, man, just it's unfortunate that he tore the Achilles. It's unfortunate that the team around him was never quite the same again. It was tough watching him go through that, man. It was, and even more so. I don't really want to touch on it, but um, my old channel, folks. I mean, which I still have. I mean, I was on my old channel when Kobe died, and no, I wasn't on my old channel. I was getting ready for a job at the time where I worked at, and um, man, I had it was crazy, folks. It was just wild, man. Because I remember I cut that camera on, and I just even before the camera was on, folks. But once the camera cut on, it really hit me like what had happened. Man, I was like a waterfall. I just couldn't stop, man. I mean, that man meant a lot to the game of basketball. And I'm gonna tell y'all this. Y'all probably don't know this. I took Kobe loss so hard that when Kobe died, that was the first time in my life that I could remember I ain't watched no basketball, folks, for like a year, for like a whole 6, 7 months. Nothing. I still knew, of course, what was going on in the basketball world, but I didn't watch nothing, folks. I was like, nah, man. When I couldn't watch college, I couldn't watch NBA. It's like I had lost like a brother or something, an older brother. I just couldn't deal. I could not deal with it, folks. It was incredibly hard to endure. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know if anybody else feels the same as I do, but I could tell you guys, this squirrel look crazy as hell. Squirrels is wild. But when I was young, elementary school kid, during the last three-peat era, and I was shocked. 1999, the Bulls weren't championship weren't a championship team, thinking that's what always happens. I was a Bulls fan because of Jordan, um, and I like the Lakers because of Kobe. But my team always been the Timberwolves though. Like I always been a Timberwolves fan. That's the only team. Of course, I like the Pacers too, but the Timberwolves are the only team that I like really got true allegiances to. Because when you look at the Lakers, I was there because of Kobe. You look at the Bulls, I was there because of MJ. Um, and ironically, Jordan's my number one favorite, and then Kobe's number two. Just a basketball fanatic, and I just ain't never seen nobody compete as hard as them. And Michael, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan. These are amazing players. Moses Malone, Hakeem Olajuwon, Shaq, Wilt Chamberlain, Jerry West, R.I.P., Karl Malone. I mean, there's so many great players. Dominique Wilkins, Bob Cousy. It's just so many. I could be here forever naming them all. From from today all the way going all the way back. I mean, it's wild just how many great players it is. But while there's so many of them, the ones on top of my list is Jordan and Kobe. They number one and number two. I don't even. Sometimes my top five, 3 through 5, might change. You a 76ers fan from '72? Man, Charles, you became a fan when y'all had that 9-73 record. Damn, that was the worst team. Ain't that the worst team in W? I keep saying W. Ain't that the worst team in NBA history? Didn't they go? Didn't they go 9-73? So what made you like that team, Charles? If they went 9-73, bro, how's that? I'm trying to think. That's like me or Duke or somebody being a fan of the Bulls. Like the lockout season when it was a 50 game. When was that? 99. Yeah, that was 99. And the Bulls. I don't know. I can't look it up right now, but I swear the Bulls didn't even win 10 games. They won less than 10 games. I think they had Tim Floyd, Randy Brown. That team was pitiful, man. I think Tony Kukoc was still there. They shouldn't have broke it up, folks. I think we all know that. Yeah, I think I definitely got enough basketball acumen to definitely start a secondary NBA channel. I mean, hell, even if it's just a Timberwolves channel, I can still talk NBA on it. But getting back to the games tonight, I don't actually even do this unless it's the Fever of the Aces. But I like the sky over the Mystics. And then tonight I will be watching. I'm gonna throw out a name, and this will take me to my next subject before I get up out of here. Rickea Jackson. Do check out Rickea Jackson. Is anybody familiar with her? This is what I don't understand about the Caitlin Clark fans who only. I'm a I'm a huge Clark fan, but I don't just see her as the only reason to watch the WNBA. If you only watch, y'all got to hear me carefully here. I'm gonna have to clip this segment and repost it. If you only here for Caitlin Clark, you're gonna be miserable for a minute. You're gonna be real miserable. See, I'm a Clark fan, right? But I'm not just watching a game of women's hoops just because of her, you know. And Iowa, all I did was watch Iowa and UCLA for the most part. But in the WNBA, it ain't that many teams. In college, you can watch anybody. There's so many teams. But here, there's so many stars that you can watch. But you gotta love the game though. You gotta like it or you gotta love it. Because Caitlin is struggling and Kate Martin don't get that much playing time. I'm an Iowa fan. When it come down to UCLA players, Charisma Osborne got cut. I heard she got re-signed. I don't know, to Phoenix. But who I'm watching? I'm watching my Aces. I'm an Aces fan first, Fever fan second. So I'm watching them. I'm watching Kelsey. I'm watching Asia. I'm watching Phoenix. I'm enjoying watching Diana Taurasi. I'm gonna do a video on this or a live. I don't even like Brittany Griner, but she played amazing yesterday. I'm watching everybody I can see. I'm watching Maddie Segrets. Look, I follow these players from college into the pros. I'm not just. I want the best for Caitlin. She need to be humbled, yes. Hence the humbling tour. But there's so many great players. I went to 2 Indiana Fever games last year for Leah Boston. Don't call me somebody who just watched the game for only Caitlin Clark. What's going on, Mondo? Do not pigeonhole me into a box with the people who only watch this game for Caitlin Clark, because those fans, they're going to be miserable for a little bit or for a while. We don't know how long they're going to be miserable. You cannot. Okay, it's like this. It's like you say, how can I put? Okay, let's say I watch I'll take my team, right? Take my NBA team, the Timberwolves. Let's say I'm so bitter because we lost to Dallas that I just say the hell with the NBA Finals. People still gonna watch. Don't nobody give a damn because I'm butthurt because my Timberwolves got eliminated, and now I don't want to watch the finals. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are still gonna watch. So people are saying, if Caitlin Clark don't play, I'm cutting off my damn TV. I'm not buying no more tickets. I'm canceling my league pass. Okay, well, do it. Who's gonna give a damn? People are still gonna watch. People are still gonna buy tickets. People are still gonna support their teams. Real Fever fans are still gonna watch Fever games. Caitlin Clark's real fans are still gonna be supportive. Maybe not as much as to the point where they're like a horde of zombies, but they're still gonna be supportive. They're still gonna wish her the best and hope that she rides the storm out. And you're gonna be somebody who's upset, throwing tantrums, sitting on the sidelines, or you're gonna be outside of the arena because you only here for one person. You're only here for one person, and it that's not kosher. It's not, man, because Charles said my older brother was a sports junkie, and we used to listen to a lot of Philadelphia 76ers game. Charles, if you still here, what you think about AI? AI was awesome, right? Just couldn't get it done, man. Just won NBA Finals. I always said that once AI lost his speed, his game was gonna go, and I knew that when I was young. I said once AI loses quickness, he's gonna be downhill for him. And sure enough, AI bounced around. He went and by into a role. I mean, when he was young, AI was great, man. He changed the game. He changed the culture. I always say I wish AI would have played in today's game because he definitely would have been able to get that rap album off because Damian Lillard makes hip hop music. But I guess at the time, AI was just so gutter. But David Stern wasn't playing no games. Adam Silver, David Stern was not. David Stern was not gonna let AI put that rap album out. There was no way. Allen Iverson, tuck that bitch. You're not going to release this album. And I know because I remember I heard like 3 songs from AI album. And I ain't gonna lie, AI could spit. He had some good beats. But but I even remember I brought the singles from that, but he wasn't going, man. David Stern was like, nah. And I think it's crazy because Damian Lillard, he got like he got like 7 albums right now as a baller and a rapper. And this, it's not too many times you going to see somebody that's multi talented and able to grab a mic. Shout out to Flo J. Johnson from LSU. She raps and she plays ball. You ain't gonna see that too often. And so for somebody that can do both really good, that's what's up. Allen Iverson could do what Allen Iverson could do as 6 foot in the NBA. Yeah, Homeboy was incredible. Homeboy was incredible. You want to buy who? I didn't even see that comment. I want to buy a CC Wilson basketball. I mean, hey, I mean, me personally. Shout out Mondo, shout out Duke, just for coming through. Look, I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna buy no more Clark gear, because I still have. Of course, I have some. I got the Iowa, the shirt. You guys know how you get the T-shirt jersey, so I got that. But I got that a while back. That's at Iowa. I do not have a Caitlin Fever jersey yet, and I'm gonna wait, because they're gonna all be restocked. Because the sheep all went out and brought it all, not realizing that it would take us some time. They just went out like hotcakes, like it was Black Friday, and they brought every damn thing. Um, but I would say just, if you want to get some, get some. I think she will be good, but I mean, I'm not gonna rush out and get anything. I mean, hell, I got multiple Caitlin jerseys, items, the custom rubber wristbands, but most of them I don't wear. It's more like a collector's thing. I'm not gonna be buying that stuff, and then like it, gets, well, everything gets dirty. But I'm not about to be wearing things like that and they just get all messed up. I mean, there's no point in that. Also, I'm not gonna buy like a jersey or a shirt twice. So most things I'm just not gonna be wearing them. They're just gonna be hanging up. They're not going to be worn like that. What Allen Iverson, Dr. J, Moses Malone, Andrew Toney, Bobby Jones. You forgot Joel Embiid. Muggsy could do at 5, smaller to, yeah. Muggsy was amazing, folks. Um, I got a Muggsy jersey. I don't have too many NBA jerseys anymore, but I do have a few. And Muggsy was awesome. That Grandma Johnson, that Larry Grandma Johnson jersey, and him himself, he was one of the best dunkers I ever seen, Larry Johnson. And of course, my namesake, the mound of rebound, Charles Barkley. Yeah. Did he go to Phoenix? He went to Phoenix like right after Philadelphia, but it took him a while before he went there. I think Moses Malone actually helped Charles Barkley get his butt in shape, like seriously, because Barkley was like a damn blimp. Heck, Ari McDonald, small, super fast, and less faster thinking than most players. Ari McDonald is a beast, right? Is she with the Dream? Lexi Brown is also nice too for the Sparks. I'm looking forward to that game, guys. I would tell you guys if you could check out that when it's on Ion, check that out. Which let me get to Rickea Jackson because we've been talking about every damn thing but Rickea Jackson. We just been talking about everything but that. Let me see your comment. The only jerseys are on bootleg black Michael Jordan, Space Jam jersey, white tag, Space Jam, Jeremy Lin, Atlanta Hawks. You should have had Jeremy Lin for the New York Knicks. That probably would have been worth something right there because that's when Insanity was born. Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid ain't no newcomer. Joel Embiid been around for a minute. Trying to see if this. I'm wondering if this umbrella or not. It might be. You know how you get a package or whatever delivered. But yeah, Joel Embiid. I guess you could call him a newcomer. Tim Duncan is really underrated, man. But because yeah, Tim Duncan. That's one thing I regret sleeping on the Spurs, folks. I really regret that. But yeah, we got a lot of content. I'm gonna have to kick off an NBA channel or something. But Rickea Jackson, before we go, Rickea Jackson, folks, video coming. Um, because Rickea, I'm impressed, folks. Somewhere amongst the midst of my madness, getting caught up and thinking what Clark could possibly be immediately, wanting to wish the best for Kate Martin, really trying to see what Cam Brink will become, really seeing JC Sheldon get drafted highly and wondering if it was warranted. Camila Cardoso and Angel Reese both going to Chicago, um, the Twin Towers, so to speak. I got caught up in all of that. And what I failed to realize is that Rickea Jackson is the damn truth, folks. And we going to talk about that. We going to get into that. We definitely going to get into that, folks. But Rickea Jackson, man, we talking about nice, folks. She definitely nice. She definitely can hoop. And when I look at Rickea Jackson, I see somebody that's ready made for hooping, man. She built for this, man. She ready to contribute. She's doing that. With or without Kurt Miller, she's going to take off. It's going to take, of course, some time, but shout out Seth. She said Rickea was pro ready. A lot of people said it. Um, and in my head at the time, I was stuck into thinking Caitlin Clark, she the cream of the crop. And she's gonna get in where she fits in. Talking about Caitlin, it's gonna take a while, but
Special, folks. She really is. And so with that, keep getting a call that's coming through. So we're gonna end it here. I'm gonna say be on the lookout for the Rickea Jackson video because me, y'all know me. I cover everything. We don't just talk Caitlin and art. We try to put out love to as much people as possible. Best WNBA coach right now, all time. Right now, Becky Hammond. Rickea might be the first in the top 10.
yeah, it's gonna take time for the Sparks rebuild to take place. But yeah, I want to appreciate y'all for coming out. Check out games if you can. Um, if you're watching this on the playback, it's RC. We talk about a little bit of everything here. Main topics will be the Aces, the Hawkeyes, Fever, Caitlin, who else? Asia Wilson. But we talking about everything. We in the lab with everybody. If you got somebody you want me to watch, somebody you want me to cover their game tapes or check out their footage or maybe possibly do a game on, let me know in the comment section. Down to watch anybody. They could be a high school baller, high school phenom, college phenom. I'm gonna break down Joyce Edwards soon, so y'all stay tuned for that. I'm really gonna be watching Joyce Edwards. Um, we didn't cover the Addison Deal enough for now, but Ridden, I'm excited for Addison Deal. We didn't got 2, 3 videos out on Addison Deal, so we gonna kind of want to talk a little bit about Sydney Folter coming soon as well. So hey, I'm gonna check y'all out on. Oh, there's a Tessa Johnson video coming too. So yeah, shout out to Charles. You can't compare Caitlin and Rickea. No, 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 no. We ain't gonna do that. We definitely no. We definitely ain't gonna do that. We definitely ain't comparing Caitlin and Rickea. Sparks so much better and Miller is a real coach. You want me to check out Kalina Smith and Sydney Douglas? All right, I'm gonna screenshot that real quick because when I um when I check out Joyce Edwards, I'm gonna check them out too. And damn it, if I can ever find time, I plan to put out this little quick video on Jasmine Jazzy Davidson, one of the best prospects coming out of Oregon and South Carolina in her top 5, I think. So if South Carolina can get her, that would be amazing. But yeah, this umbrella or whatever that just got delivered is sitting on the porch. So let me go ahead and get this in here before somebody try to come up and see can they be a porch pirate. So let me go ahead and get this, get it on in the house, and I'm gonna check y'all on the next stream. All right, peace, y'all.